So by now the event has happened and the truth can come out, but I've been living a lie for the past couple of weeks and it's been pretty traumatic. Today's my daughter's birthday and my wife Jo and I are going to visit Sophia in Parkersburg, take her out for dinner, and then it's Dad's weekend, so I'm going to go spend the weekend with her. But when we get back, lies, they just never end. All of her relatives are coming for a surprise birthday party. A truth that I've had to keep to myself and manipulate truthisms to create falsisms to prevent no-isms. So we'll see how this goes, but this has been pretty traumatic and I don't like living a life of a lie. Okay, every car has its features. This one has, for some reason they decided to put 2 holes and 2 bolts. So here's enhance. The 1 bolt that I drilled through because it wouldn't come out. This one I managed to actually break the screwdriver bit off inside the middle and to do some extra enhance grinding to get it off. So yeah, now okay, well, despite me getting these bolts out and banging on this, it still won't come off. So we're going to plan B, which is this gear puller. So this should be interesting. Well, I got it off. Tried the gear puller, that didn't work. Used some coat hanger wire to keep it together, and I drilled a little more. You can see I went right through. That was not an issue. It was just rusted on there solid. Finally, I took Big Bertha, not the big Bertha, but my medium-sized Bertha, and yeah, got it off. It was just solidly rusted on there. You can see a few beauty marks on the side there, so I'm going to clean that up and put some Never Seas on there because I don't ever want to beat that off again. I am very happy with my hook. Bought those about a month ago. You've been using coat hanger wire for years, and it always fails at the wrong time. So, yeah, didn't expect that, but they weren't going to fall off. That's for damn sure. Okay, so last night I took it for a test drive, and the right side feels great, except the left side is also metal to metal. There's no brake pad there. Enhance. So we're doing this side. I know exactly what sockets I need. I put penetrating oil already in these. I may cook them a little bit. I think I got some juice left in my torch and just kind of make them red hot. And yeah, again, I think the key is to put lots of lube on there. And I don't want to drill those out again. I really don't. Yesterday, I broke the Phillips head off in the tip trying to impact it out. So that didn't work well. That's the right thing to do. Oh well. Okay, so I dragged the torch out and made them really hot. So we'll give this another bang. Okay, so I got the first one off. You can see it right there. Now we're gonna reheat this other one. So just get her right in there. She needs a little flame. Enhance. No, it's no time for enhancement. Let's just get her nice and bright.
Georgia wants to come out for a minute.
Okay. Good thing I don't have a torch in my hand.
Did you let Spike out?
No.
Alright, I'm gonna run up and get him.
Try to get this off before it gets dark.
What?
Try to get this off before it gets dark.
Okay, I'm gonna go grab Spike.
She's cherry hot. So then we put this in here, then we hit it with the sledge, and hopefully she'll just pop right off. Okay, so sprayed it again, heated up a couple times, just kept beating it with the impact. So when I hit it, of course the hammer's pushing the bit in and it's twisting it. And once I got the hang of it, I was able to get the top one off, and of course before, and then the bottom one. And there they are. I will not be putting those back in. Now it's just a matter of, I loosened the 2 bolts up here and removed them. Those hold and slide on a pin. And then I gotta remove the bolts on the back that hold the caliper. The caliper being this part. I think this is upside down. Well, anyhow, then I'll take this and I'll grind it down and file it down so this floats. This is supposed to move back and forth. Now, I haven't looked at both the pads, but this pad's definitely shot. Then the third thing I have to do is clean these and re-lubricate these with a special brake grease. I got new rubbers. The pins I got yesterday didn't fit, so I sent them back to the Amazons. And then I got to push the caliper back because it's all the way out. And I got a special tool for that. Focus out. Unfocus. So, yeah, this is much better because it took me an hour and a half to get to this point yesterday. Although I still got to get that damn rotor off. I might have to beat it. Okay, so we got the calipers off. Now, the good thing is they're fairly evenly worn. So that means that this wasn't binding. Although when we put it back, it might bind. So, again, these just pop right out. Pop. Pop. They're all greasy. Pop. You know, ooh, this one's kind of dryish. Compared to this one, you can still see some shiny stuff. So, we'll be cleaning on that. I don't know what that is. It's a little spooge. Now yesterday's brake pads, you can see clearly this one had a significant amount of wear all the way through. However, this one still had a little bit, but you know, not that much. But notice it's an angle, so I would think that the brake caliper got hung up, which can happen when it gets extended all the way. So we'll be getting rid of these. We'll be noting the way this goes in. Yeah, that just comes right out. We'll just encourage on it. Those were kind of stuck in there. There's one. Encouragement is always good. Good to encourage. This one's harder to encourage with one hand because, yeah, she's got that bracket hanging out. So now we'll just encourage it the other way. Now this is what I would call a little tight. So what we'll do here is a couple things. Is we'll grind these flat. So meaning the pieces along here and here, we'll take a file and clean all this shit out and grind them. Then the other thing that I've been doing lately is I've been taking the pads, and I think sometimes they paint them too thick. So I'll just shave off the ends here a little bit. So I want this thing to ride free. I don't want it to be all tight and everything. So then we take this off. These are stainless steel clips that help lubricate things, but you can see significant rustage. Yes, I said rustage. Enhance. Enhance. So we'll clean on that and we'll take a picture of that. I don't care about the other surface rust. I want these to be smooth. So the kit comes with new of these. I bought new rubbers and then the new pads. We'll clean that up and show you guys a tour. Okay, so these have been cleaned up. I used a square file and then just basically filed each side down, inside here, up here, cleaning off the crap, and then we repeat it over here. Then we wire brushed this surface because if this gets rusty, then it won't seal properly. The rubber actually goes in there. She goes in like that. Then I sprayed some goo in there. This is definitely dry. Now notice on this one's very lubricated. This isn't. I bet whoever last changed these brakes, that's a different pin altogether. It's got a little rubbery thing on there. They didn't lubricate this properly or didn't clean it out, it looks like. So we'll let the WD-40 I sprayed in there sit for a little bit, and then we'll clean it out with some compressed air, or if I don't feel like getting the hose out, will be my compressed air. Okay, so we cleaned it up. I used a little bit of steel wool, cleaned the insides, put the rubbers back on, lubricated these, filled them up with grease, cleaned up the bolts, ready to go. Put the stainless steel clips on here. Then, like I mentioned, I usually grind these down a little bit, like I did here. You can see that it's ground down, just so that these are snug, but they still move. You're not banging on them. Because these are supposed to move. They're supposed to float. They're disc brakes. They're not whatever brakes that don't float, I guess. I don't know what kind of brakes don't float. But yeah, so this one's just a little snug. So but I want it that way. And then this one's there. So those are good to go. Next step is to get that damn rotor off. As you know, I got the screws off, so that should come out easy. Just bang the shit out of it. I know it will come off. And then this is what I'm going to use to push the piston back. So basically this cap goes in there, this rotates, then you crank this, and it goes out, and then that'll push the piston back in. That one's always fun, but at least I got that out. I should lubricate those threads. Lubricate the threads. Okay, so I got the rotor off. Enhance. And I took this handy tool and I cleaned up this surface here. I'm going to paint it with some Never-Cesium, and then I'll put the rotor back on. I started pushing the brake pad back. It seems to be going a lot easier than the other one. I don't know if the other one's jammed. Probably be dealing with that soon. When I'm done, I think I'm going to check the fluid, and then I'm going to pump on the brakes, and I'll bleed this a little bit. I have a feeling that it hasn't been bled in a while. So, yeah. Hasn't started snowing yet, though it's supposed to tonight. Not yay. And hands out. Okay, so I bled about 3 ounces out. The pedal got a lot firmer as expected. Made a little bit of a mess, then put the wheel back on, cranked it to 80 foot-pounds, and I think tomorrow what I'm going to do is drive her to work and see how that works, and we'll go from there. It's interesting how that gets darker on the 1 but not the 2. I guess it's pretty dark there. Anyhow, well, I fixed the brakes on the other side yesterday, so I thought I'd take this to car to work today, and of course I get in it and the battery goes click click. So we're gonna try our new lithium-based charger thing. So it says it's good to start, so let's see if she, and yeah, that didn't work. I haven't charged this in months. It looks like it's fully charged. I don't know why it didn't work. The cable's in the right way. Well, it doesn't feel warm. Maybe not. I don't know. Give it another go. Well, it's pretty cold. She wants to start, and she does. So I don't have time for this. I will. Well, I guess I could grab another vehicle. Enhance. There's a vehicle behind those bushes. You can't see it. But yeah, I can just grab a charger. I got enough of those. Let's see, what do we got here? Yeah, that'll do it. She's a beast. Okay, so this has been leaking. I fixed this leak last week, so I thought I'd fix this week, and I decided I would pull this out, and instead of pulling out, it broke. So once that comes out, this comes out. But the reality is, I don't even know how you get in there to fix this. So I went underneath there and moved some vegetables and stuff, and got a flashlight, moved this washer and stuff, and so now I have the rest here. I was concerned, I forgot I made a good design choice. So this is, most of these faucets are 60 centimeters, so, or 6 centimeters, which is 60 millimeters. But however, this thickness is enhance 7 plus the top here, so it's like 75. So, but fortunately, if you look down below, this piece right here is actually pieced in, so it's only this thickness, so I'm good to go there. But as I was under my back and underneath there, I realized, hey, yeah, maybe I think I already have one of these, so I'm gonna look downstairs for one. But again, I don't see how, well, I guess you could take it apart, but since this is broken, it's kind of irrelevant. So I think you loosen this screw, and then there's another screw, and blah, 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 blah. Yeah, so the other side, I took today off and was threatened with water shut off if we didn't let somebody come in and replace the water meter. So he did that this morning. Still have my laundry plans. And so basically it's a Wi-Fi unit, I guess. It's a little disturbed about this because they wouldn't tell me what they were doing. Hello. But yeah, this ugly thing is now Wi-Fi. It's got a battery in there. He had to trim the caulk around the electrical to fit that in there. So just kind of popped on there. I suspect he's going to be back because he left his fairly decent wallboard tool knife. I'm going to put that right there. Well, send him a text, see if he remembers. So, yeah, it would have been nice if that was straight. Let's see if we can move that. Not really. So, more ugly shit on my house. Recently they did this. This is also Wi-Fi. It's a smart meter. If it was really smart, it would reduce my bill. I don't think it's that smart. So yeah, I was gonna pop down here and go my water supplies, but then I realized I moved all them so that could get installed, which is plastic. So that should last at least 5 years. So, now, it doesn't look like it's leaking. That area's dried up. So I gotta build an enclosure around that or pull this rack out and put all this there so that I can get to that. Now this is the lath from the walls, but we wanted to do a neat little ceiling underneath the porch with this, so that's why that's all there. Otherwise it's really good firewood. Sure enough, after 5 minutes of searching, I did indeed find another water fountain drinking faucet. So I was about to order one on Amazon when I realized I needed to. Ironically, this new one's got an even longer adaptability. In fact, it almost goes all the way down the end. So yeah, we'll pop this bad boy on there. This comes out. She looks functionally the same. Cap's a little different now. So yeah, we'll clean this up and pop this in there. Once you get over the fact you gotta lay on the ground and stick your head up there awkwardly, this isn't too bad. So sometimes when you work alone, you gotta improvise. So as I'm turning the nut underneath, this thing keeps spinning. So we've got our offset wrench here with our kind bar that will prevent it from turning anymore. So hopefully we can get this bad boy tight. It's like almost done. It just keeps turning and then it loosens the nut underneath because that's the way it works. Hey, whose hand is that? Okay, well, I probably didn't need to remove those 2 screws, but I did. But it turns out there's another 3rd screw that was down here. There's 2 screws, so 2 on either side, 2 in the middle. But there's my culprit right there. So yeah, we're gonna have to wash this and yeah, get the vacuum out. As you can see, there's a lot enhanced of stuff down there. I guess you buy clothes and then we slowly destroy them. Okay, so that is enhanced. A lot cleaner. We used the vacuum and I've got a really long hose back there that gets in there and then it clogs, so then we pull it out. There's a dryer sheet. So I'm just gonna clean all this up. This is the moisture sensor. This video's upside down. I'll have to fix it in post-editing. Okay, she's back together. I'm just letting her air dry for a few minutes and we'll put the load of laundry in. Gonna have to go to the store to get a new diverter. This diverter is clogged. Well, I can see some light through it. Enhance. It doesn't work very good, so I'm just gonna replace on it. And then we'll be done with this for the next few years. Okay, so that's working well. And then this isn't dripping. And the clue should have been that this only dripped when I turned it on and off. So I think it was the actual pipe was cracked. It was dripping out. And then, you know, the water that normally stay up here would come back down. So anyhow, once a month I give Spike his heartworm pill and his flea medicine pill. And I pay a lot of money for this, but that's not the point. Spike! So I'm gonna take this food here. So this is ham. And what he's gonna do, the part in his role is, he's gonna eat this and then drop the pill down on the ground. Of course, this time he'll eat it. You bastard. I've done that 3 times already. This one's a little bit bigger, so we'll make a little ham. Now, by the way, Georgia just eats these, so I know they don't taste like ass, and they wouldn't make them taste like ass and charge me $30. Whatever it is. Where's the pill, Spike? Cute little bastard. So that one he tossed out once. So I guess as a reward, he gets the rest. I get the rest. I don't know. I guess that Georgie just eats them straight out.
Can you smile? Jesus Christ. I know this one. Happy birthday to you.
Enhance! Well, it's about 32 degrees, probably 33 now. Heat wave. Found a family of mice already living in there. About 6 of them. These 2 doors are laying on the floor, and they made a nest in between the 2 doors. Quite impressive. Of course, they scampered off very quickly as we picked that up. They're over there. So I've trimmed off the bottoms using track saw, and you can kind of see from here that the board kind of goes. So we're gonna make a longer track saw and put that up there and just kind of. So you can definitely see on the inside. She's got a little smiley face to her. So the door needs to be shortened about another 1/4 inch. Fortunately, there's some screws in the way, so I've been taking a little bit off. So each side, I've taken about 1 inch off, and we'll do a 1/4, but then we'll kind of that across there. Can't track saw will be perfect for that. That's actually longer than the opening. So yeah, and then the door is actually going to sit inside the frame, so it's easy. It's not overlapping. Well, I guess that doesn't make it any easier, but fortunately, this here has she's a little bit pregnant in the middle, but yeah, this is all doable. You can do that. Track saw. I've actually used it more in this project than anywhere else. It's really handy with the kids for cutting these boards, though nothing was straight. And then I finally have used my 3D printed sliding 90-degree angle jig. That's working pretty well. So gotta keep moving because it's fucking cold. Okay, it's Saturday about 1:30. I think I got here at 10, so it took a little longer. There's lots of leaves here. So I'm gonna go back and play with Sophie. It's Dad's weekend, as you know, and I'm gonna tell her she wants to come out. It's really nice. So it's about 60 degrees. I rearranged the vehicles so that people can just shoot right out. The doors are mounted and the locking hardware is in. Track saw came in very handy. We made a lot of straight cuts and then some angle cuts to make things that aren't straight and square work, but works a little better with that. So the next step is finish the trim. The trim's done on that side, but not on the other sides. And yeah, one of the solar panels for the last trip is up there. Enhance. And the batteries are fully charged, and there's another 2 solar panels to add to that. And all that stuff there will be moved into there. And we'll be done. I just knew too much. That make me crazy. Jack, you're not subtle. You're not subtle. The birds see you. Looks like I need to put more bird feeder in. Yeah, they see you. Well, maybe I'll get a friend.